Beyblade battles must be one of the coolest things you can witness in your life. With all of that action-packed, high-rotation heavy metal clashes, sometimes all you want to see is some good Beyblade battles. But especially with two attack-type Beyblades going all out. But with the typical stadium these days, those type of battles only really last a couple seconds before one Beyblade inevitably gets knocked out. So today I decided to make these Beyblades battle to the death, going completely all out. This stadium now has all of its exits blocked with the addition of some rough textures on the walls, so the Beyblades benefit from knocking the opposing Beyblades into these walls. I chose this stadium specifically because it has a high rid, which allows attack types to attach much easier and also be able to flower pattern at a more consistent rate. With this, the only way to get knocked out is if you knock out the other Beyblade completely out of the arena. The most important factor of attack types is their speed and power, which is why in this video we will be using the modified BB launcher. And for the viewers who haven't seen the difference between a regular string launcher and a BB launcher, here's a comparison. It's a crazy difference, which is exciting because we're going to be having 8 high recoil Beyblades facing off against each other in a tournament format. Here is the lineup. First up, we have Big Bang Pegasus vs El Drago Destroy, a huge match between rivals, and I'm always so excited to see a Pegasus vs El Drago match because they are always so intense and they always deliver. Next up, we have Blitz Striker vs Screw Capricorn. This will be our underdog match as Screw Capricorn is one generation before Blitz Unicorno. But Screw Capricorn was S tier in its time, so maybe he could throw us some upsets. And now on the other side of the bracket, we have our old friend Beat Bull. And Beat Bull will be going up against an underdog, Medio El Drago. Now remember, Beat Bull has a metal Horn 145 spin track, so it's heavier than normal. But Medio El Drago still has its spin stealing capabilities. Next up, we have Diablo Nemesis vs Very Aries. Both of these Beyblades have a lot of recoil, which might be a very close matchup. It's gonna be a field day for the underdogs as they're going to be witnessing a whole different weight class. Let me know down in the comments who you're cheering for and who will eventually make it out as number 1 of this tournament. And to make sure these matches are chaotic, all of the modes on these Beyblades have been set to its highest recoil setting and we'll be playing a best of 3, so each Beyblade needs to win a total of 2 times to move on. Starting off with our first match, we have Big Bang Pegasus vs El Drago Destroy. Now this is a classic match, but this one specifically is pretty exciting because both Beyblades have different types of tips that are pretty much the polar opposites. But now let's get into the battle. We're going to be doing a best of 3, so first to 2 points will win. Such a chaotic start to the battle, but Big Bang Pegasus will win the LAD battle. The score is now 0-1. And a huge uppercut by El Drago Destroy completely knocks out Big Bang Pegasus out of the stadium. The score is now tied 1-1. And it looks like Big Bang Pegasus will finish the final round with a win. Unfortunately, El Drago just gets kinda nerfed by its own parts. We saw its potential in the second round, but unfortunately it just can't last longer than Big Bang Pegasus when it really needs it. But now Big Bang Pegasus moves on into the semi-finals. Overall, a pretty solid win here with Pegasus beating El Drago, although that may also be because El Drago's stock build isn't the greatest. I'm not too convinced yet, but we'll see in the semifinals. Now before we get onto the next battle, let me tell you about the best place to buy Metal Fight Beyblades. This is Bayhaven. If you're looking to get authentic second-hand Metal Fusion Beyblades, we have them all at Bayhaven. From Metal Fusion Beyblades all the way to Metal Fury. We also have Beyblade parts for you guys to pick up on extra parts or create your own Beyblades, as well as launchers and extra accessories. Everything from the Metal Fusion era. The modified Metal Fight BB launchers that you're seeing in this video is also available on Bayhaven. You can also check out our weekly deals where we have Beyblades on extreme discount. We are also currently running a promotion for YouTube as well. Use code YouTube at checkout for 15% off. And now let's get back into the video. But now let's go on to our second match with Blitz Striker vs Screw Capricorn. This will be an uphill battle here for Capricorn. Both Beyblades share the same style of attack with 3 blades, but one has a rubber tip while the other one has a metal tip. But now let's get on to the match. The first Beyblade to get 2 points will win. Crazy hit. We need to watch the slow-mo for this one. You can see Screw Capricorn is gaining all of the speed riding the ridge, going to hit Blitz Striker, but watch what Blitz Striker does. He gets hit, gets set flying, but comes completely back around and knocks Screw Capricorn outside of the arena. Talk about backfire. The score is now 0-1. Nice! Screw Capricorn pulls off the same move this time but makes it work. The score is now tied 1-1. Wow, and those were head-to-head on clashes, but Blitz Striker did end up on top. A very, very close match here by the underdog, but Blitz Striker does take the win, which means the score is now 1-2. Blitz Striker now moves on into semifinals against Big Bang Pegasus. That was actually a pretty close match there by Capricorn. Only needed one more win to move on. I think the rubber tip on Blitz Unicorno just helped so much. The friction was just able to keep it in the stadium and actually dish out pretty hard attacks as well. But now let's move on onto the other side of the bracket. We have Beat Bull versus our other underdog, Medio El Drago. Medio El Drago might lack in the attack department here, but I can still see its spin stealing potential coming out on top. But now let's get on to the match. We're going to be doing another best of 3, so first to 2 points will win. People just sends Medio El Drago flying outside of the stadium. The score is now 1-0. And it looks like Beat Bull will take the win with an LAD ending. The score is now 2-0, which means Beat Bull moves on. I honestly thought Medio El Drago could win if it could just be able to tank Beat Bull's attacks early on and then just win by spin stealing. But just like it was shown in the second round, it didn't have enough LAD compared to Beat Bull somehow. And it was kind of insane to see Beat Bull's power because it was just throwing Medio El Drago everywhere. But now let's move on onto our final match of quarterfinals. We have Diablo Nemesis versus Very Aries. Now this should be a pretty intense matchup. Both Beyblades have a lot of recoil on their fusion wheels, but in different ways. And like always, we're going to be doing a best of 3, so first to 2 points will win. Diablo Nemesis just completely randomly moves through the stadium and knocks out Very Aries. The score is now 1-0. Wow, and a complete domination by Diablo Nemesis there. Nemesis did not give Very Aries a chance to breathe. That's a 2-0 score, which means Diablo Nemesis moves on into the semi-final stage. Now that was just complete utter domination. That is probably the fastest best of 3 I've ever seen. And not to mention, Very Aries was in left spinning mode, and it still couldn't recover at all during the second game. Diablo Nemesis is starting to look pretty scary now in this tournament. And now we have our final 4 Beyblades in the semi-finals. Our first match will be Big Bang Pegasus versus Blitz Striker, and our second match will be Beat Bull versus Diablo Nemesis. I can definitely see any of these 4 Beyblades winning the entire tournament, but now let's get the semi-finals started. Here we have Blitz Striker versus Big Bang Pegasus, another rival match. Now this one should be a pretty close match, I would say. This is something I actually can't predict the outcome of. But yeah, like always, we're going to be doing a best of 3, so first to 2 points will win. Blitz Striker will take this match with a sweep out. The score is now 1-0. And and Blitz Striker will send Pegasus completely flying, which means it takes the win overall with a 2-0 scoreline. Now that was a pretty dominating showcase by Blitz Striker there. A clean 2-0. With both a sleep out and a knockout. Now, initially I thought Big Bang would win with just its stamina alone, but I guess I was wrong. But now Blitz Striker will be moving on to the finals with a really good showing so far. And now for our final semi-finals match with Beat Bull versus Diablo Nemesis. Probably the two heaviest and unpredictable Beyblades in the tournament. This one will look like it might be pretty close. And just like always, we're going to be doing a best of 3, so first to 2 points will win. Wow, these Beyblades were literally right next to each other running the ridge. This battle was years, but do we count this as still spinning for Diablo? Because technically it's somewhat spinning, but it's on its side? Let me know, but I think I will call it as a tie for now. The score is still 0-0. A huge ramped up hit by Diablo there, taking the win. The score is now 0-1. Beat Bull gets its own ramped up hit, tying up the score 1-1. Oh wow, both Beyblades were neck and neck, but Beat Bull lost control. The score is now 1-2, which means Diablo Nemesis takes the win and moves on. Now that was an extremely close series, but Diablo Nemesis does take the win. I guess it's only typical for Beat Bull to lose complete control. I think during that last match, during that chase, Beat Bull actually managed to lose Diablo Nemesis. Unfortunately, it somehow lost balance and just lost complete control. But either way, Diablo Nemesis does move on to the finals. And now we have the final 2 contenders. We have Blitz Striker going up against Diablo Nemesis. Both of these Beyblades had some pretty dominating battles before getting here, and both of these Beyblades also have 2 different complete playstyles. Blitz Striker has a little bit more of a controlled playstyle. It's not the fastest Beyblade, but every hit that it dishes out is extremely powerful, and it has that natural defense that it comes with its rubber tip. Now Diablo's playstyle is a little bit chaotic. It really doesn't have a plan, it kind of just runs around at full speed, but I guess with the stadium with no knockout zones, it's really able to do that. But now let's move on to the match. Here we have Blitz Striker versus Diablo Nemesis. And for this match, we're going to be doing a best of 5, so first to 3 points will win. Oh no, that's a devastating hit there by Diablo. Completely takes out all of Blitz Unicorno's stamina. The score is now 0-1. Blitz Unicorno gets a huge uppercut and knocks out Diablo Nemesis. The score is now tied 1-1. Damn, and another huge hit there by Diablo, completely knocking out Blitz Unicorno completely out of the stadium. The score is now 1-2. A beautiful hit there by Unicorno, causing Diablo Nemesis to lose control. The score is now tied 2-2. Now for our last match, who will be crowned the victor? Let's see. Wow, one big final hit. Let me know down in the comments who you think won this hit. Diablo Nemesis takes a victory lap, and that will conclude the final match. Diablo Nemesis takes the win with a 3-2 scoreline. That was honestly a really good showing by Blitz Striker there. Not only was it able to tank Diablo Nemesis' hits, it was also able to dish out powerful attack. Most Beyblades that were to get hit by Diablo Nemesis would probably just get sent completely flying, but Blitz Striker was able to hold its ground. I feel like in another match where Blitz Striker utilizes its barrage mode instead of its assault mode, I think it could hold on a lot better than before. But either way, congratulations to Diablo Nemesis for winning this tournament. In majority of the matches that it won, it completely destroyed its opponent. Diablo Nemesis had a 7-3 scoreline, with a 70% win rate. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what other Beyblades you would like to see on this stadium. I know it's been a while since I last posted. It's been a pretty tough year. I do plan on coming back though, so expect some new videos soon. I promise.